Well, isn't that funny? I hope that my voice is working and that the audio levels are okay. I don't know. I should watch these back a couple of times because I keep bothering to play some music in here, but I don't know if it's always audible. All right, so am I able to turn the top fans thing on and off? I don't know. In any case, let's draw something interesting, something neat. May I view the name today? I forgot I said that. Because I did that. I mean, it's you. I know it's your catchphrase, but you have me contemplating if it's considered like a meat because it's like from an animal. I won't consider. Hello to you. Hello to you. I should love. Um, how are you doing today? I see you found the secret phrase. Excellent. Well, some sort of secret thing will surely happen now that you found it, but, well, what is it? It's surely a secret, so, and you found the less secret phrase where you don't capitalize the ones. No, that's not secret at all, that's a common phrase. I should love catching a stream. I worry what catching a stream means for sleep schedule. However, it's good to see ya. And so there's Why You So Elegant. So I was straight up, I was gonna wear the same shirt as last time, but then I thought it would be really obvious that I'm hitting some kind of a rock bottom perpetually and haven't showered. Thought that would be really obvious if I wore the same shirt, but and so I saw a fancy white shirt. Unfortunately, it changes my vibe. I don't know if I'm having good vibes right now. I don't know if they're good. Whoa, Kai. What's happening there? Heterosexual. Oh, don't scare me like that. Okay, the crown icon's going on. That's a new thing in the chat. Apparently, it's based on whoever's messaging the most frequently, but then it like skips some people. It skips Kai the entire last stream that was here. There's sleep schedule, not necessarily recently. I'm on the 4.5. High five. Hey, there's saying I thought you were giving handsome Prince Eric. Nice, this is what I want to look in the mirror and see. Unironically, I'm trying to be my type so I can have eye candy. That kind of grind set. Okay, so what I'm looking at, I am looking at people's art fight OCs. I wasn't sure whether to put that in the title. Either that or such a boys fan art idea. These are the things that I must tackle in order to feel artisanally satisfied or something like that. Alright, so I have people's art fight pages saved. I had some saved since last year, so I don't know if they're like participating, and also I don't know if that's like in the spirit of the game. Do you have to like find people in the year that it's happening? I don't know that. Okay, thoughts racing as much as they can on an extremely sluggish, how many hours of sleep? Am I logged in? Am I not logged into an art fight? Who's winning, by the way? A little bit on fossils. I say with a little bit of tribalistic team pride, although I haven't participated whatsoever. Get me in there. Had somebody's profile open, get me in there. Oh, I had a lot of people's profiles open. I have to draw all of their OCs. How excellent, how interesting, how perfect. Alright, let's have a check to make sure things are working, and I think they are working. So we go back onto the Skullgirls soundtrack. I see this in the playlist, the Dandadan, and I think to myself, I still haven't seen new episode of Dandadan, which I'm pretty sure there is. Hello to you, River. You have now seen and played more of Deltarune than I. My girlfriend keeps trying to lightly foreshadow and also go through the obsession alone because my slow ass hasn't gotten there. Being reminded that today is Tuesday. I'm concerned now. I remembered that it was Tuesday. Here I am. Hello. But I don't remember if there was something to remember on Tuesday. I should love saying, also it feels appropriate to catch this stream because I just accidentally gave myself the most stereotypical gay-ass haircut. you accidentally cut your hair. I've been trying to gradually cut my hair more and more often. I have hair scissors. I don't use them. I've always been using little pink kitty craft scissors, as if to summon the spirit of an angry hairdresser to punish me. But hey, gay haircuts, you say? Gay haircuts, you say? I'm trying to Art Fight has me trying to pin down, like, still my OC designs. That's what's going on in the thumbnail. As one may see, my OC designs, I freshened that up finally. However, since this is supposed to be like a group, I'm having trouble. Okay, is this gonna reveal all my personal information if I click on it? I'm having trouble dealing with lag apparently, and I'm having trouble matching the style of this first one that I was so happy with, but also matching the feeling of this other original character that I want to put in here. Okay, do I click too many things? Does it get a little laggy? There's guys saying Dan out, new Panty and Stocky season out tomorrow. A lot is happening this week. There's like stuff happening on Fridays. There's River saying, I'm worried and concerned the Deltarune I've overcome. I bought the Steam sale. Does anyone want to see my purchase? Oh yeah, okay. I'm all caught up in artisanal conversations, but I wish to see consumerism. Let me view it. Let me view it. There's Aisha Love saying, I low-key think I like the plot and lore of Deltarune more than Undertale, but I like Undertale's gameplay and pacing more. Undertale is such a treat, and I was so like deeply attached to it for an era of my life that it's difficult to try to feel like Deltarune should naturally flow into that same space and just sort of take up that space. Okay, I've gotten my sketchbook out because what I'm trying to do is match this style, which I colored digitally, with another character that's gonna be like here. They're all gonna be in some, like, I don't know, girl group inspired outfits here or there. However, I didn't realize how much I leaned into the ridiculously square face for this one. It fits her, I want to say, going wider and therefore cuter with it, but the other characters that I want to draw her right next to, I don't know, I want to find a consistent style, and something tells me I'm not gonna. But I also want to give them a narrower face, like I had up on the screen earlier. There's the River saying, shall I have the Deltarune? Can I join Jaru? Oh, I mean, yes. I join where? Join what? Why the business attire? I was trying to wear a different shirt so I didn't appear unwashed and smelly. However, now I keep announcing the status of being unwashed, smelly. So it's kind of self-defeating. It's kind of self-defeating now. I'm just in a fancy shirt, just for the hell of it. There we go. There's a guy talking about new anime. Gai Chiakuta came out that I've been meaning to watch, and the Summer Hikaru died. Ooh, I mean, I hear the second one is incredibly rough. Well, hello to you, Half Lazy Arts. Hello to you. You're on the art fight grind. I'm on the art fight underachieving. It's a whole month. What can I get done? Maybe I can get something done in a whole month. Hey, I wish the opposite of my energy or lack thereof onto you. I hope things are going well for you. How are you today? Indeed, I'm on the 4 hours of sleep. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what in the world I was viewing. Please. This is unfair. This is uncalled for. I'm trying to find the profile of the person I've been eyeballing. I swear. I have ideas. Somebody has a really good looking OC, and it's been up on the site for like 2 years, and nobody has drawn a little fan art or art fight attack of it. There's, okay, the Magma join link. Oh, right, I probably didn't put the link in the description now, did I? I knew I was forgetting something. Here we go. It's always in the description, unless I forget to put it in there. I worry about other people's sleep schedule because I guide others to a treasure I cannot possess. As simple as that. Okay, nothing in here but a secret phrase that becomes less secret, but let's save ourselves a little link and get all of this very orderly, completely in order, and I can start attacking people in art fight. Sometimes I say something and my mom says, "That sounds evil. Why would you say that?" And I say, "Because of the evil." And what happens in the world of naming today, I didn't get to see. Loading. You're a phrase now. You're a proclamation. I'm increasingly impressed that they haven't quite run out of variations on the name. Alright. Somebody had said, "Peasants, I don't have to buy any game. The hackers of the deep internet realm get them for me for free. I haven't spent a single gold coin in entertainment software." Sometimes it makes me, I don't know, laugh to try to think about the games that I have sailed the 7 seas for versus the ones I have not. Oh boy. It feels like hypocrisy. I should either go all the way one way or all the way the other way. It feels inconsistent, you know? Alright. I still make mouth sounds even though the music is here. Okay, I'm looking at this person's OCs. I had a pose picked out. Already, and yet I do not know if I saved it absolutely anywhere. Oh, that's painful. I had it locked in. Okay, well, I had a perfect pose picked out. I shall have saying, I can't remember the show or lore, but do you have ADHD? Because, well, I'm not diagnosed. I am peer and internet reviewed. And I developed the coping mechanism of repeating the last phrase I said. I'm a little bit of echolalia up in here, a little bit of that. Fellow phrase repeaters, hello to you. It's just like someone with ADHD to be bad at booking an appointment to get checked for ADHD, which could be it could be a big self-diagnosis sort of a reach. I don't know. I'm highly suspicious. That I should get checked sometime. That I should figure out what every struggle and quirk in my life aligns under the umbrella of. But I haven't so far. Whatever's happening to me is completely unmedicated. And there's somebody saying, I have nothing against William, by the way. If any William is watching, don't sue me. I have a very good hyper lawyer. Okay. Well, if you have nothing against William, I read this name and I think you must have something for William. Salacious. Alright, I shall love saying, in my head when I lose my train of thought to when I can concentrate again and finish thinking and you're giving that energy. I whatever undiagnosed thing is happening, I very much oh no, whatever is happening, it's also happening to me on the 4.5 hours of sleep. What to do? There's talks of Williams. What am I implying? Can I say salacious? Yet another time? Oh, this is the extent to which I will imply. This is the extent to which we are extrapolated. Ooh, what appears on the canvas? If I may see something. Did I make the canvas too big and my ass is lagging? My ass lagging. Sha. Ooh. Oh, hey. Okay, let's start to pose. I love this. Okay. And what I'm looking for is not any of my recent search history, which goes Buccaneers cast hierarchical polyamory, meaning Winifred date everything, Gaia date everything logo. Huh. Ooh, I love seeing my Google history sometimes. What was I doing though? Shopping cart. Pinterest. Specifically Pinterest. This is one area of Pinterest that I think has less AI on it, because at this point in time, although Pinterest is being overrun by generated images, although that is happening, a shopping cart with somebody playfully posing in it, sort of for whimsy, I feel like that's straight up easier to replicate in real life at this point, due to all the many lines. Alright, and then there's, I should love saying, I started identifying with it when me not having a diagnosis, despite identifying with every single symptom, felt more like denial rather than me just being mindful of the harms of self-diagnosis. Ooh, it's... I want to attach the words within reason to the front of this, but I don't know what that means exactly. Let's say it anyway. Within reason, I think maybe I'm pro self-diagnosis as far as learning what can help somebody who is struggling just like you. Pro self-diagnosis in the way of identifying what can make your life easier, and not telling yourself that you don't deserve to have an easier time of things because it's not real. Just start treating it like it's real, if that's what it takes to put one foot in front of the other and try to, I don't know, haul yourself up out of there. That's what it is for me. There's talk about how your AD is very HD. I'm absolutely fascinated about the criteria. What is happening today that only a YouTube user is declared number one top fan? I can't complain. I can't even argue with that. I cannot even argue. But I'm fascinated. Okay, let's put a man in a shopping cart. Let's put a man in the shopping cart. Let's put a man in the shopping cart. Okay, like this. I swear, if I just keep Googling, I'm going to find the exact image that I was thinking of. You're killing me. Alright, what am I... Yeah, I guess sibling poses will also work for this. But I didn't know if I had that in me for this person's original character, because although they do have siblings, original characters, God have mercy on my hands, my wrists, and drawing all of this. Okay. I don't know, okay, the pose has to be dynamic. Let's have a little whimsy. I was on this kick last year as well for art. Am I getting the hiccups? I can't be... Ooh. There's Lizzie saying, I'm the only royalty allowed to exist. When have you seen a kingdom with two kings? I don't know what that is, but I'm interested. Nice. Alright, there's I should love saying. I think also what puts it into perspective is that therapists have the same information we do, and well, I'm sure they have a better understanding of what exactly some diagnosis requirements are at some point. A spade is a fucking spade. I wonder, right? I wonder. It feels strange to think about self-diagnosis, like, in considering the capabilities of therapists and psychiatrists. Um, because I don't want to put too much credit into self-diagnosis while I'm in the same room as my childhood best friend who just last month, or maybe the month before that, got her doctorate in psychiatry. Is Susie appearing on this canvas? Hey Susie. 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 Yeah, my oldest friend that I've known forever just got a degree. This is the one who has the checklist, who has the training to hand out those diagnoses in a professional context, of course. What? If Susie appears, and I was trying to draw something else, but now I only wish to draw a Suze. I only wish to, you snooze, you Suze, you lose, you win. There's... You're asking why my dyslexia disappears when you do a typo, and you're asking when I will get my degree. I went to a family reunion last Friday. The first that I've ever properly been to, where everyone travels to it. That was fascinating. And when I said the words, I'm 25, to people who were there, they also had this reaction: when will you get your degree? But also, when you're talking to people who are 70, you see pictures of people back in the day, how teenagers back then looked older, because they smoked a pack of cigarettes a day, and meanwhile, people these days look younger. And so when I talk to somebody who has not met me and who is 70, they say, oh my god, thought you were a teenager, but maybe it's my I don't know, cringeful demeanor as well. Hello to River. Oh, are you also babyface or not finishing a degree? Hello to Alana Yazzie. We're having a little image of Susie here. I'm talking so much that I can scarcely draw a little picture. I'm trying to think of a little dinosaur, like a Don Bluth dinosaur. Is that what I'm thinking of? But like a dinosaur. Can I see it? I guess so. Yeah, that's the face structure that I'm looking for to do a little Susie fan art. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's gonna be fun. But hello, the topic of the stream can be whatever's on your mind, and I'll try to respond indeed. Ooh, art happening. Ooh, original characters happening. Are you art fighting right exactly now? How very exciting. Hey, I wish I had a brain cell of focus sometimes. Oh, hello, Chris. Ooh. Hoo-hoo. Be sure to give people enough space on this canvas. Hello, there's a little... Ah! I shall too draw a Susie wherever there's a space for one. And I shall have saying also I had terrible therapist experience because mental health facilities here suck. It does seem that around the world places are underfunded. I went for separate crisis stuff, but was ignored anytime I tried to talk about potential diagnosis, because they wanted to talk about crisis stuff, but I wasn't ready to unpack everything and thought solving a smaller issue, like maybe I'm neurodivergent, would have helped, but they would not listen. Oh, there's nothing worse than a healthcare provider that makes you feel not listened to. Oh, that's what's going on here? I didn't put the name together. That's you? that's you, River? Oh, hey, well, it's a spot of joy. It's a spot of joy to see a crisp and a Susie shifting around here. You're trauma dumping today because of the power of a haircut. Hey, I mean, one's got to get it off one's chest sometime, you know? Can't just stay there. It feels nice to be better, to feel lighter after a conversation. I don't know if I am providing that in the slightest, but I'm certainly here, and I shall certainly bear witness to all of these things, and and wish you the best. I like thinking things along this sort of journey. I do really see one might incur benefits from self-diagnosis. They're strictly saying if you stay all day at home, laying around, and the sun doesn't touch your face, you get old slower, but you get weaker faster. Yeah, sometimes I think about my muscle atrophy, and I'm like, death is coming for me. Death is coming for me. For me, death is coming. Death is coming for me. So, okay. And, I just sort of... I had some muscle atrophy to begin with because of my scoliosis. I have more muscles on one side of my back than the other because there's like a deformity. There's like a rib hump. If I were smart, I would have kept exercising. I used to do my back exercises every single day. I stopped. I've stopped. And so now now I get tired when I stand up. Now that's a thing that happens to me. Also, I went like this with my wrist the other day, and my mom saw me doing that just a little bit too fervently, and she was like, "Could you start lifting weights, please? Don't do that. Start lifting weights." And yeah, so this what happens. Yeah, I'm certainly on that laying around grind set. My gamma, mammography. That's how do you move around the canvas. All I can do is zoom, shrink in and out. I've been doing that. I've been doing that the whole time too. As for moving around the canvas, yeah, it works with the 2-finger pinch, but that's 100% of what I've been doing. Zooming in and out on this scroll wheel. It's the kind of thing that is best aided by a mouse and a touch screen and a drawing tablet, which is the setup I've got right now. I don't often talk about that. That is my setup, though. This, I should love saying, yeah, since I've already trauma dumped, why not more? Drum roll, please. Currently feeling very isolated. I'm sorry for the drum roll. I'm sorry for the... Okay, currently feeling very isolated because literally every person I've met who acts like they're progressive and can have deep conversations / debates, a little bit nearer on the planet to you. Okay, I always have this script running in the back of my mind where I try to set up my Tumblr friend, Hijinks Arcade. I try to set up my Tumblr friend with other people's, but my buddy does not want to use Discord, only Tumblr, because Discord has some, I don't know, it is bad in some ways. Okay, deep conversations, debates, I later found out doesn't actually put into practice or are friends with big people, like literally saying slurs. Whoa, one would think that it's so easy not to say slurs, that could be a line that you could draw with no effort on your part. The amount of apathy I witness is so painful, it makes me feel like a literal alien. Oh man, I started a sentence about friendship setup. I should maybe not glom people onto every people who is there, but there's people who are looking for friends, which is why that sentence started. Okay, I'm my goodness. And you do strike me as somebody who lives by your principles more than most people, I would say. It makes me wince to try to think of what most people are. I don't know, I feel like the mental image in my head is somebody who is gay and still eats at Chick-fil-A. Just sort of this type of apathy. I'm wanting to put a little drawing down. Where does it go? I open up the Tumblr and they're shipping the Alice store from Has-Been Hotel with the angel. I didn't know I was following somebody who did that. Apparently I am. Well, alright. That's what you do when you follow everybody. Absolutely everybody on the Tumblr. I'm following like 400 people on the Tumblr. I opened up the Tumblr so I could tell people to make friends with my cool friend King Hijinks 22, which okay, maybe if I had a little bit more sleep, this would be a solider, I don't know, maybe I would form this sentence in a better way. I'm looking for how I want to form a dinosaur because that's what Susie is to me. Is it terrible if I make you cheeked up in the face? But that's like a real principle of art and animation. Cheeked up in the face. Face cheeks on your front. Front face, cheek your face. Yes. And there's okay, continuing on, that being a little bit quoted on saying one would think it's so easy not to say slurs. I'm glad I could put this sort of healing sentence out there, and I hope that even if I cannot fix the world, I can impart some sort of healing vibe on you. And why does our soundtracks lag on us? Hello to you, Hijinks Arcade. I love talking about you very, very much because I keep trying to tell people that there's a friend here. It feels like I could potentially overstep a boundary. It feels like the brain cells that I want to have for calculating whether or not that is okay to say. It feels like they're not quite connected to each other. So my apologies if this was out of line. But I guess I recommend you, like I recommend, I don't know, songs and stuff. Like, hey, check out this is cool. Oh my gosh. I every time I've been sleep deprived in this year, I've either been in the pit of eternal torment about it, just sort of dragging myself into consciousness, or I've been kind of drunk about it. What's up? All right. Okay. Trying to draw a little Susie because I've been inspired to draw a Susie. I feel like the square sort of snout is the very bestest, and but yeah, basically when there was talk about having principled friends, that's why Hijinks Arcade King Hijinks 22 comes to my mind. Also principled and also a friend. This is word association at the finest. And there's Utopia's a sucker. Why would you utter those 3 words that are a little snake? If you Google that is a little snake. Makes me think of a better definition for slur in a purer world. Slur would simply mean sliding through the sand, slurring through the sand. I should speak with more brain cells sometimes. The fear that I have once a full-on sentence leaves my mouth is unbearable. Okay, there's actually I'm saying, oh god, I wish it was only that bad. I understand people picking and choosing what to boycott because it's very hard to avoid all the worst things. We are just kind of inundated. I want to say every few months, I get, I start, like, watching a little documentary on cobalt miners in the Congo, and then I find out that every phone that everyone owns probably had a bunch of little children being, I don't know, stuck in a cave in order to produce the cobalt for its rechargeable battery. And when I finished that sentence, it occurred to me that was a really dark thing to say, but then the sentence was finished, and I had already said it without a TW in front of it. In any case, it does seem very difficult to extricate oneself from the capitalistic web of suffering that allows you to have the conveniences that you enjoy. Alright, so that haunts me constantly, which is to say, I started that sentence to say, understandable. I should pick a lighter sentence for when I want things to be understandable. I am now sad once more. All right. There's talking about sure we can disagree on opinions and still be friends. There's some things that are straight up not opinions. Somebody having human rights, not opinions. Somebody is a right to be alive, not an opinion. Okay, so what does a nose look like? None of these. Okay, maybe go like this, and we're going full on structure of the face sort of lizard. Gonna put some cheeks on ya, and gonna put some teeths on ya. Here's a great huge mouth, and you know we gotta have fangs. I have only studied creating sharp teeth. Every now and then, ooh, a fancy hat shall appear for us. And here is a little bit more of a mouth. Damn, I should study Don Bluth and classical animation styles a little bit more often. This is, oh, wow. Okay, fun, how fun. Trying to make a little Susie like this. There's somebody saying you should sleep more before these streams. Yeah. Apparently, the main thing I use my mental filter for is not reminding people of the global horrors of capitalism. Because like after I say it, it's still true, and I still can't do much about it. It still is a full thing, and that's just, it just feels bad there. There's okay, Don Bluth appreciation. There's talking about rambling as 2 a.m. for you. You're emotional because of big life changes. This should not be as rambling as me. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, baby, I'm found dead in the dirt. Wham, crashing out right now. Find me in the dirt. There's hiding check. He's saying, oh, and being given the badge. Oh my goodness. This amuses me to no end. Still not played chapter 3 and 4, been too into other stuff. Yeah, I feel silly that the other stuff in particular that is consuming my brain is date everything, and I feel like maybe I wouldn't have like met all of the characters in a playthrough, and so I started watching a little bit of spoilers, but then I started trying to avoid other spoilers at the same time. I'm having a wild time with that one. I'm gonna play it again on Thursday. My homework is due this week, but I feel like playing it for 6 hours if I can, something like that. Okay, you'll be into the look outside. So there's like the. Okay, what do I remember on the 4.5 hours of sleep? The horror elements. In my heart of hearts, you date something in there too. horror elements, fighting things. Hello, Susie Deltarune. This is cool. Horror elements, fighting things. If you look at something, it turns spooky. And then there are characters that one may or may not find. This is what I am remembering. Also, this and the fact that it is a new favorite game. That's very exciting. It's I don't know, the idea that you can fall in love with new types of media that are coming out. Okay, so here is this face, and it's like reminiscent of the alligator. Reminiscent of the alligator. There's something saying for a person the size of Zero, a life change is a big life change, though. Huge life change, massive life change, colossal life change. The life change is a shadow of the Colossus thing on my ass. I don't mean for them to be, wow, all of these characters are really getting in here. How very charming indeed. And, I absolutely feel like like I said something particularly derailing to the event. In any case, I wish wellness and healing upon you in these tumultuous life changes, and I hope that I hope the haircut is a positive that is happening to you. All right. There's wondering if there's saying to touch grass or not. No, we touch grass around here. Look outside. It's absolutely a video game. And now I want to put more angular shapes, and then Susie's eyes look like they are kind of slanted to the blue diamonds from Steven Universe, kind of like this. Are you putting a bar? Am I seeing Barney Susie? I mean, word association. That is a purple dinosaur. Meanwhile, if you study the Don Bluth eye shape, it's more like it's following the outside of this along the side of your face. A very 3D sort of a thing. Wow. Okay. What shape am I about to put here right now that's gonna feel like Susie, like if Susie was drawn by this old style cartoonist? A little bit larger on the eyes, a little bit swooping like this. Alright. Don't want to put them too far to the side. Blue diamond mentioned indeed. Grasping a bit. Okay, I can't say there's no dating. But there's cosmic horror, one of the coolest things about cosmic horror. Ooh, how lovely. Well, that almost makes me wonder if this would be a good video game recommendation for my girlfriend as well. Although she hasn't been playing things in the Steam library that I know of. Nevertheless, cosmic horror. That's Valerie's jam. Alright, there's asking if you can date the cosmic horror. On the next episode of Date Everything, where we sit down for a full 6 hours, we're gonna smash the cosmic horror. Essentially, there's something happening outside that you shouldn't look at because you turn into horror, but other people look outside and you have to survive in your apartment buildings against your neighbors. I'm always surviving against my neighbors, against the horror. That's what you've said, actually. There is a continuance. So yes, by the way, I love the haircut. I've been planning it for a while, so not super impulsive despite the actual method. Ooh, okay. And length decision was spur of the moment. Okay, fun. There's River announcing that you're gonna eat because you're hungry. Best of luck. I hope you get something yummy. I hope you get something delicious. This also reminds me of my girlfriend. Specifically because she's been looking for Filipino foods. I was totally surprised that she found some around her in the middle of the American South within walking distance or something. How wonderful. How excellent. Okay, this head has to be ginormous. I want to put not only Don Bluth inspiration on this Susie. I may enlarge your head a little bit. I love an unplanned haircut, by the way. If I sing along to the soundtrack that is happening, then is it terribly out of sync with the audio? Thank you for the hat. Appreciate the hat. And we grow away from the hat or something, because what I'm looking up is specifically 80s anime hair. Specifically that. Okay, I think I'm getting a visual on this, because the fluffy hair that Susie has, it feels as though in full glorious detail you should be kind of 80s up. Wow, there's some good stuff on this Google image search. I love it. Alright, let's get Fluffy in here. Wow, I guess I was thinking of 90s or something. I don't know, maybe the overall shape is gonna be somewhere in between those. So he's saying, so in other news, how's everyone doing in this no poop July? 8 days already? Nobody told me it was no poop July. It's no poop July! Yeah. It just started happening out of nowhere, and I didn't know that other people voted on this, decided this for me. I've been scared, YouTube users. I didn't know this was a little meme event, like no write December where you don't write a novel. I didn't know it was like that. There's Hijinks Arcade explaining, saying, you must survive for 15 days. It's a mix of indie RPG with survival horror elements between exploring the apartment and just doing stuff in your apartment. There's R&D elements, survival horror, and indie RPG. I wanna feel like in my heart of hearts, without having played the game, maybe the indie RPG elements are like endearing and stuff, and just things that you would do in an apartment. Maybe cleaning your apartment is an option in this game. All of my speculation. Also, is Chris on the background of Brat Green album cover? I wasn't quite sure. I can't tell what that shade of green is when it's next to other shades of green. Anyway, the biggest thing being the people who knock on your door that you can choose to let in or not. Like to fight inevitably? Are you creating a pattern tile of date everything? Ooh, date nothing. Oh. Some people, when they go for like the love route or the friendship route on the subreddit, they're calling it mate everything or hate everything. Corny, but it's funny. Oh no, the top hat got sad on us. I'm more emotional on the 4.5 hours of sleep. I will cry. No, don't test me. I'll cry. All right. Some are party members. Some are people selling you things. Some are the horror. There are also many endings. I've gotten a few of them because I'm obsessed. It sounds like you're truly living it to its fullest potential. Okay, what shape of hair am I thinking of? Because clearly Susie is here. And if I look at 90s anime hair, it is sharper. Am I looking for 2000s? Was I seriously looking for 2000s? 2000s anime hair? Ha! Woof! Ooh! That's ugly. But, yeah, maybe? Wow, okay, maybe I was thinking of like somebody's specific ass art style, because I keep looking for the general reference image and I keep not finding the exact image that was happening in my head. So he's saying, it's okay, Jaro. You don't have to do the challenge. You have a pass. We all know you're unable to control that. Lose like a pound a day. You're gonna disappear so soon. Not a day, but a week. Back on my grandstand or whatever. There's River saying, look at the date everything logos. Sure, I shall look. Day something. Rate everything. Me when there's a Hijinks Arcade in the building, we're gonna rate everything. Yeah. And date nothing. Oh, me when I'm not dating anything. Me when I'm not dating anything. Wow, there's Hijinks Arcade saying, I remember mentioning to you that I appreciated no one in this game is designed to be attractive, but I mean Helen existed, that was a lie. May we gaze upon the horrors in a cool and interesting way, in a way. Okay, large weapons with a knife, going to knife us. Well, I hope that's not too much of a spoiler that this is a companion and not a horror. Oh my, how very interesting. Although, nevertheless, the idea of a game where nobody is designed to be attractive, it really fills my heart with, I don't know, grime girl representation. I don't know, it doesn't sound important to everyone to have that sort of representation. It's very important, though. It lets you know what's possible, lets you know that it's okay to be just whatever you are, which could be, super grimy. Super grimy. Oh, I didn't click the mask off. Is it, is it spoiler if I do? Did I click out of it? Sure, I mean, let's click on things. Let's click on things. Giant slasher villain woman. Giant slasher villain woman. Okay, yeah. Is it spoilers? May we mask off? Ah, baby, do you know what that's worth? Teeth. Paper mask. Well, okay, not too spoilery. A little bit of the trip, putting a little bit of the trip in the tryptophobia. And then we go, let's put a little shuffle on this, see how that goes. And keep going on. Sometimes I forget that not everyone, is familiar with the Tumblr phrasing that is inherent to myself. Tumblr phrasing, okay. Because I commented something fairly generic, at least what I thought was fairly generic, on God, okay, what's the name of the channel? I just know that he keeps doing Bistro Huddy, and it's like a ongoing YouTube series where one guy plays every girl so convincingly that you really begin to believe that that's a real character, a real person. Well, hello to Nerd Burp. Hello to Nerd Burp. And then there's Hijinks Arcade. Say she looked outside, but she's so strong that it only affected her face. Whoa. And she uses it, takes the mask off to cause effects. That's it. I'm detecting some badassery. And it's very intriguing. Wow. Sort of a directional thing. Let's write a little hello. Let's write a little bit of a hello to Nerd Burp sent you here. A hi and a nerd and a burp. Like that, like so. And a little smiley as a greeting. What a world, what a life, everyone's so friendly in the air tonight. Okay, I started recounting something I commented. Okay, yeah, on the latest Bistro Huddy short, I replied to someone's comment where they were saying this might be one of the best shorts I've seen in a while. Not because there's anything special about this episode, because someone's doing full-on episodic television, except in 3-minute intervals on YouTube Shorts and also TikTok vertical style. There's nothing special about this episode, and that's exactly why. This one feels like a conversation I've had before. This hits in a very specific way that's pleasant to my brain chemistry. And so what I said was that streaming services have deprived us of essential filler episode nutrient. Because having the nutrient and being deprived of filler episodes are very common, phraseologies over on Tumblr. Somebody guess it's resonating over there. And there's Hijinks Arcade saying, I love Leah as well, and everyone ships them, so I suspect it might be canon. She too can control the horror. Oh my god, what if we controlled the horror at each other and we were both girls? Okay, go to the website. Look at this. Oh, hello. Can we be a little beastly? Can we have a little feastly? Ooh. Oh, and there's companions that can be recruited if you defeat the monster form? Well, that's quite delightful. Well, what a good day to meet some spooky characters that can perhaps be in love with each other. Wow. And there it goes, and there it keeps going. Let's create hair shapes. On the small sprite, the eyes are visible. So what, do we want to go in the middle of these? And oh my gosh, I keep looking up 80s hair references, but still not knowing what directions I want to take this. Will it throw off my vibes if I... Ooh. Oh, hello! Oh my gosh, are we seeing the haircut in the Discord? I just clicked on that in the Discord as this appeared. I don't know if it's a... I don't know if that's okay for me to like show on screen and like click into it in this stream, but hello! Am I detecting layers in... Okay, and let me find the phrasing on this. Let me find the... Can I not scroll? Is it frozen for me? Am I frozen in here? What? It really did. It really did. Okay. What am I doing to break things like this? What am I doing to break things like this? I don't quite know. All right. Okay, so there's using things. I guess let's just keep this open then. Just like that, nice and easy. The entirety of Firefox just sort of shoved into the side of my screen. Let's go. There's the Nerd Burp announcing, and the Lay Appreciation, Weird Sapphics Real. I don't know, the game refuses to give me both of them on the same playthrough. Oh, this sounds like grounds for being pleasantly obsessed with a game. Pleasantly obsessed, if I may make a prediction. If I may make a prediction for ya. Lexi's saying, imagine Breaking Bad had filler episodes, beach episodes, Christmas specials. We don't live in that in that universe, and I hate it. I mean, I want to say it has moments where it's not afraid to just like sit with some mundanity that people might not get the point of at first. I don't know, I'm thinking of the Fly episode and like trying to wonder if that's anywhere near filler, but it's really not. It just shows you how once again in one hilariously specific way how far gone Walter White is. There should have been beach episodes. Put that old man wrinkly ass in bikini, please. There's talk of becoming the grinning beast. Layers because I did the unicorn cut. Ooh, I've heard of a jellyfish cut and things. And there's talk of things that didn't show your messages and hellos. Oh god, the sound surprised me. The sound surprised me. Hello. The Serious Sam soundtrack once again popping up in the shuffle mix. Alright, what am I looking at? It's so crunchy. I freaking forgot. Okay, crunch on us. Yes, crunch on us, Sam. And you're sending what you said in the drawing thing. Okay, thanks for spotting that the chat froze in this screen. Honestly, I was feeling that like a little bit instinctually. Spotted your message out of the corner of my eye as it sent and was like, that's what's happening. I don't even have to read the message, that's what's happening. I just love saying, also now that I can finally face reveal, you can judge how accurate my profile picture drawing skills are. I want to say probably the one you've had on YouTube is like kind of fairly accurate or some such. I'm seeing yeah, sure enough recognizable nose, dare I say. And then what's happening? There's I think I can't say Susie always reminded me of a cool 90s guy, but a girl, which is a vibe I instantly loved. Every day I thank the universe for producing a Toby Fox that produces a Susie and an Undertale. You know, every day of my life. So, there it goes. And you're saying I should face reveal too. God, this would be an excellent time to have a little funny snake or fish on hand. Wait. Okay, no, wait. I think this one sent. It's still good to see ya. It's still good to see ya. It's still good to see ya. I appreciate seeing ya. There's. Angela saying also I called it the unicorn because of the at-home haircut method where you basically do a ponytail on top of your head to cut it. Ooh, I think I've seen someone do that on my social medias. It's been forever since I've had enough hair to attempt such a thing, and yet I wish to view what people do to their hair, and viewing what you've done to your hair. Yeah, is kind of what's the word? Snatched is that what people say? Looking excellent. Wow. And then there's Nerdburp exhibiting Pokemon tendencies. Are we feeling poked? Dare we say mond? Poked and mond. And I feel like I'm thinking about that more and more often these days. Okay, let's erase this swipe of hair because even though it's kind of accurate to the sprites, is it accurate to what we're trying to do with Sue's over here? Put some hair like this, it's going to be very sharp, and then sort of a lumpy of the hair. But if I make the hair too large, then is it does it make no sense, I wonder? Your hair goes up and also out. I look at reference images of 80s vibes and I have no idea if I'm achieving it. There's probably more to do, more to uncover. Okay, side of your face is kind of covered. Your hair so very long. Just show the kind of face card that makes Noelle go wild for ya. And there's Nerdburp not being a Pokemon. I meant no to the Pokemon. Then there's what exclamation point do you put at talking about Pokemon, comma, Jaro, exclamation point 1? What is the context of that? Look at me, I'm so normal. Whenever I think or talk about a Pokemon, nothing is. Oh, that's what's happening? You're telling me you have to make a choice which will define the destiny of our unidirectional parasocial. Why is it unidirectional? Is it because I'm a fan of you? It's because I'm a fan of you, isn't it? Well, hey, Leviathan. You're saying is that Barney Deltarune? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that is Barney Deltarune. Hi, I hope you're doing good. Okay, the friendship is in the quotes. I cry 1 million tears forever and ever. Choose wrong and I'm gone forever. Okay, what? Your items will nullify Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle. I started playing one. I started playing one on my phone, so I did choose this at some point. There's the Nerdburp continuing, and is my phone not near me? Okay, well I chose some kind of starter, and then I captured Pikachu because that's on my mind. Okay, apparently I am so hopelessly unfamiliar with Pokemons, even though they are in my awareness, that it sounds weird and strange whenever I attempt to talk about it. Well, it was definitely one of the blue ones. So, flip a coin on which blue one it was. Were they even a option in my very first Pokemon game, which I started playing like last year and then sat down for a while, and then I don't know if they're like still alive in there. And there's Hijinks Arcade saying, just wondering, but did you see those echo animations? I did not get to see the echo animations. I'm I'm off the shits right now, but I wish to view glorious things. I've been getting more animation suggested to me lately on the YouTube, and it's making me happy. More fan animations and things. I'm just gonna click right over here because I am fully obsessed with this person's short animation. It has a copyrighted song in it, but literally it's like less than a minute. I have it on a loop. I have it on loop. I'm obsessed. You'd think from the thumbnail it's gonna be so simple. It's gonna be just a couple of frames, and then it hits ya with the punk tactics. What's up? And there's choosing. Oh, choosing secret fourth options. Oh my. And choosing everyone. Okay, Leviathan Valet is saying, finally took my first step to YouTuberness by releasing my song to the public. Wait, let me see things. Are you already gone? Go to the go to channel. What I'm doing right now. Please. What exactly am I doing to my computer that is making everything lag? It's probably the active opening. 100 million tabs. 100 million tabs. I wish to see songs and things. Oh no! I'm nullifying the YouTube University. But if you like, flip a coin between the between the Squangle and the Bulbasaur, then it was probably one of those that I picked already to begin with in the past, is what I'm saying. I'm sorry for nullifying you. The right answer was Charmander, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Okay, is this the song? And then animations are being shared. Okay, maybe view it. Leviathan, I'm gonna click on it. I am excited. I'm excited on this journey of what you are saying is first step to YouTuberness. Drift tracks from a Hotline Miami to a hot how it feeling right now. Maybe indeed. Maybe do a little bop. Maybe a sick beat to relax and study to. I have been wanting to see the beats that are relaxable and studyable. I didn't mean to have full screen. Mother of God! Why? I'm feeling pranked! I mean, I won't lie and say that it's not a hashtag mood. Because it is. It's some kind of a mood. Oh. Bitches be microwaved. Whose bitch is me? Yeah, alright. I always like it subscribe. Did this start buffering on me? We're committed. We're not only asking me what did I expect. Sometimes I know people who make a song. I'm fine. This can pair with the Hotline Miami. Well, hit the moan for us. We get a little Hotline Miami with a little screams of the damned. Please bust it down to the screams of the damned. Quite graced with your presence. Yet again, Leviathan, thank you for this. Oh my goodness, there's little bits of writing appearing around us as the screams of the damned intensify in my ear. A little bit of a booing, a little bit of a bleating is happening in my ear. Alright, am I drawing a little smiley face? That goes with this? I decided to listen to the whole thing for the bit, but I started being genuinely upset back there. Genuinely affected back there. I'm getting suggested random Japanese music. This looks like the kind of thing that I click on and get a copyright strike, but I want to store this in my watch history because I don't want to lose it. And I'm loving this art style. Hot damn, take a look. Take a little look-see. Huh. So he's saying, longer than filler. Didn't you know you were a music producer? Are you one of those masked, daft punks? One of the punks that is daft and masked? Jesus, I could really bite this art style. I could really take a chunk out of this art style. Oh my stars, that's on they got it from the Pinterest. That seems so unofficial. Really makes me wonder if I should upload my own art to Pinterest to just sort of beat somebody's to the punch. Alright, so having some lag, close some tabs. Let's react to everything that's going on in here. There's Hijinks Arcade saying, during that second one, paused during the thunderstorm. And this is Echo Animations. And the last time you sent furry YouTube videos, there was a slight bulge. May I have a little information before I go in here on the amount of bulge I can expect to encounter? Oh, well, what's this? You know, may I have one little bit of information beforehand? If it was because unless I'm on the wrong track, because the track that I'm thinking is Echo Furry. What we do? Okay, please, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're getting cute up in here. We're getting cute up in here. Please. Please. Please load. What did I do wrong? What did I do in my life to deserve a little lag? What did I do in my life to have all of this fine content stop up on me? What did I do in my life? I don't quite know. Please let me view it. Please let me view it. There's I Shall Love saying, by the way, who is your favorite date everything so far? I'm jazzed about, well, I'm jazzed to discover everything. I'm getting the farthest on what little progress I have. Getting the farthest on Betty's storyline. Excited for Dorian's storyline. Even though I've like spoiled myself on like a bunch of details. Although it seems like it might be a little bit long of a process to talk to every single door in the house. Every all 17 of those. And then I'm terribly I love this. Deep down on the floor, you're dancing. Oh, why did you approach so bloodstained and menacingly? This is so fluid and so bouncy. I love you. I love you. I love you. How very excellent. Wow, like and also subscribe. There's I Shall Love saying, I've been trying and failing to find the Dust Bunny character. I looked up how to find Dust Bunny because I was really looking forward to finding her. Do you wanna is it like a spoiler if you don't look it up and you just like hear it from someone's mouth? Because like apparently there's like so much stuff in the game that you gotta take the glasses off and interact with something in order to find a character. That's intimidating. There's 100 of them. Okay. I wonder if my favorite character so far is either the towel or the nightmare. Because the nightmare is appealing because it's so deeply unreal and disconnected from real people that I don't get caught up in asking how I should feel about it, like I do for the ones that like start to resemble real people's as stylized as everybody is. As stylized as everybody is. It's I start to overthink. Okay, I Shall Love saying that's enough of a hint. Yeah. Okay, I'm just Can you tell that I haven't spent like one day since I last played the game? I haven't spent a single day not having thoughts about the game. I it's oh my god, I have 3 quizzes due this week on Friday. That's gonna be hard because the focus isn't here. Straight up, oh my, it's not here. Okay. But I really hope to get to know them. And what was I doing? I was clicking on things. There's one animation. Here's another animation. Scatterbrained on the 4 hours of sleep. What it do? 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 And yes, like you're saying, I've been hydrating myself, drinking hydroxide continuously, as you all should. I will be right in the back. What are you gonna be in the back doing? Pissing? My god. There's Nerdburp saying, remember, I'm Nerdburp. Hey, very nice. I shall try to remember the name indeed. And I shall have saying, I think that's the most bisexual answer you could have given. And I'm I tried to start hating the food for being a snob also. I tried to start that as like the first hate route. I tried to do that on purpose. But there's so many more characters that are more hateable and are going to be more hateable. And I want to find them because I want to date the concept of rejection. I honestly, first 2 episodes of my playthrough that are out, I start out pretty reserved. I'm like, should I just retread the same routes I've been on? But now I'm realizing I should just discover everyone all at once. Hello? Have you recommended me all of these animations by the same character? I am suddenly aware that the music I have playing at the same time. Whoa. The music I have playing at the same time is perhaps not exactly the vibe. But I do love to look at it. Hello. They are so soft. Are they okay to each other? You're saying this one has Leo's theme, which you love? Oh my. In which case, I surely must find what tab the music is blasting from, have a little pause out here, and fully appreciate the vibe. What can we do? What are we doing? Fully appreciating the vibe based on a recommendation. I love to see it indeed. Indie vibes. There's absolutely a spooky lurker lurking on them. From what you've told me about Echo and I believe I've started watching the playthrough of the first bit of it. No, that was a prequel game, wasn't it? I really do wonder if I will ever find myself in the exact mental state to get to know the story. Okay, you're saying they've had good times together, and they're saying make the new drawing area called Nerdburp Sisters Drawings, please. I suppose. If you have made it, does it let me name it? I'm okay. Like if I go over here. Is the name already locked in? I might be dense. Looking around at things. Hello to Utopia Psychic, who is here once again. Happy pissing? Question mark. Yeah, good times, I guess. I don't have to inquire after everyone's status all the time. It doesn't always make sense to inquire how someone is doing when they just told you that they were pissing, just sort of taking a leak, leaking it. Yeah, okay, so I'm not sure if I know how to rename canvases in Magma, and I should love headset. I'm a bit frustrated though, because my type for this sort of game is uninterested women, and there are plenty of uninterested men, but not women. I do wonder if the personality types in the men versus women's, I do wonder if they were skewed or something. there is like people falling in love with you and date everything straight off the bat, straight up. And then there's Hijinks Arcade explaining that there's also horror. Leo and Chase were very in love. Complicated relationship now though. Slightly asking, did you miss me? Of course you did. We missed you, but your crown of number 1 did not. This is so cozy. Why can't people stay with you when you hold on to them? Why must you be left alone? It seems as though a homeboy has popped to the sound of the beat. Popped on time with the beat. Well, my goodness. This is such a lovely animation style indeed. And then there's hearing audio clips when someone says, did you miss me? Because we did miss you. You know what? Yes, I miss you. Yes, I miss you. Why not? Is this too loud in my ear? Every day I ask myself some questions, and I try to look for some answers. There's nerd burps, messages reappearing because this chat is still frozen, so let's close out of that because this is the version that is working for me. There's talk of a very tragic and lonely character. They're saying, right, I feel like the women have less diverse personality range. I really wonder. I kind of wonder if there were more male-attracted people involved in the making of the game. If it like skewed a little bit that way, and so you get a little bit more diversity in the that way. I wonder if DLC can do anything. All right, so. Let's talk of tragic and lonely characters, and have I missed anything over here as I try to sort out what goes on in here? Computer is begging for mercy indeed. And let's say, that's what will happen to my atoms. I will pop out of existence. Oh, because you don't know the difference between a Bulbasaur and a Squirtle. It's not that I don't know the difference. It's just that I sometimes mix up their names and don't remember which one I chose on my first playthrough of Pokemon's. Okay, so that's I explained myself, and I don't think that's better, but it's an explanation. Indeed. Alright, let's look at this. Let's look at this. There's, I should love saying, and I feel like I've encountered way more men, but there might be an even number. I don't know. I start to wonder. I'm looking forward to encountering the, I don't know if it's spoilers to say, just that they are lurking around somewhere. Okay, before I don't know, start saying something, you let me know if it's like too much of a spoiler to say things that I know are lurking around, but I don't like know their name or where to find them. Just things that I know of. Hijinks Arcade say, okay, so if I can show you one more thing, I was playing an Echoes prequel, The Smoke Room, for the end of Pride Month, and I did The Root of the Stone Twink glyph, and you suddenly got a animated music video. Ooh, well, I've had some run-ins with a copyright out in here before, but I'll click it, yeah. I'll click it. I hope that this goes well. I shall saying, Squirtle is water 'cause squirt, and then there's Sam and Cliff dancing, and you recommend this to us. I shall love is saying, I've tried so many times to encounter air but failed. Also, not too much of a spoiler. Okay, I really want to encounter air as well. I don't know if she got the uninterested personality type, but I guess I'm interested, and that's what matters. And okay, let's look around. Let's load up this animation. Computer begs for mercy. Wow, I'm loving this art style and color choice to begin with. Thank you for recommending that we see some most excellent arts. Wow, Well, I'm absolutely killing it out here. Okay, but yeah, the characters that I'm excited to encounter, well, I guess, well, it was still like in the non-binary zone if I listed Bobby Pin. I don't know how I'm gonna find such an individual though. But then I'm also excited to encounter one that's like a really wild crystal, and then it's just sort of fractaling out. And then the concept of memory seemed very gorgeous, very elegant. The concept of memory, I love that. And then and then just the ordinary record player. Haven't seen or saw that yet. All right, now we may see a. We may see a. Is it a full animatic? You don't claim any possession of the animation. Oh, it's by someone who worked on the game? Okay, well, it seems like the sort of thing I should pipe down the 80s music about. So he's saying, is there any tsundere character? Not that I like that, but yeah, I like that. I feel like it's fun to indulge in a real anime stereotype sometime. Oh, whoa, that's a fun way to represent guitar being played. Bit loud, my ear. Oh, I didn't remember at first that you told me that Smoke Room was like a prequel set in like the old-timey American frontiers. It's really okay. It's not from the game. In there, do they actually? How often do they reference their species in Smoke Room? Feel spry and gay. Nice. Nice. Do attempt to feel spry and gay. Who doesn't want to feel spry and gay? I love when there's showing all the poses in a dance like that. That's terribly charming. Look at them. I'm going to cry. They are happy looking. I'm emotional today for no reasons, aren't I? It's really sweet. Everybody become gayer. Become. What's good? What's good? There's. Okay, saying that species are referenced in Smoke Room, and then, oh my gosh, they put that frames together. How terribly wonderful. My rallying cry. Oh, dear me. I know that from what you've told me there is some tragedy and heartache, but the way that they just look happy is terribly nice. I don't often think about how the kisses of a furry works. Homie's face is eaten, but you live, and that is love. When something consumes you and still leaves you whole and perhaps even better than it found you. Well, how terribly charming. Perhaps I hope that this stream doesn't necessarily get a copyright strike on it, but in any case, I'm glad that I got to share the experience of this art with you. Oh my. And there's girls like semantics like that, don't they? When do they? Okay, so what am I looking at? What am I looking at? Looking at volume levels as I try to extrapolate in a time of reacting to things. Alright, that is saved in my, not my watch later, because my watch later playlist is full, because I'm a fool, and it is full. But it's saved in my watch history, where you just kind of have to remember that you put it there. Alright, there's... What do you mean you didn't type when did they smash? Because I know you didn't type that, because I saw what you typed. What do you mean you didn't type that? Do you not stand by the words that you put forth into the world? Do you not stand by every thought coming from your heart? If you don't, that's probably fine. Honestly, I encounter like a lot of mental states. I encounter a lot of mental states myself. I have no desire to stand by every mental state that I go through. No whatsoever. And there's Hijinks Arcade here to give you the down low if they're down low. Nice. There's Lizzie saying, how do you fill a watch later playlist? With greed and avarice and hubris over what I am capable of watching in my lifetime. Of a desire to know more, to see more, of an overestimation of how much later I have left in my life. There's 5,000 videos in my watch later playlist, and every day I try to add one more. Straight up, I have to take one out first in order to do that, but that's when pushed to the very limit, I finally pay attention to it. I turned comment notifications back on for the videos on my channel because it makes me happy to get a comment in general. But the most popular recent ones at the moment are, of course, the Owl House and the one that is Take Me to Catholic Yuri class. So on my phone, I just get directly notification straight to me as if someone texted me. Sounds very sus AF. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Alright, so there's the watch later playlist filled. A little bit of the wordplay, a little bit of the puns as we creep up on all. I have been wondering how I should play date everything, like what attitude I should bring to it. Thinking about the characters is unfortunately, because I didn't want to be like vulnerable either, it is unfortunately actually, I don't know, proving some versions of self-awareness to me. I don't know what ways that's gonna come out in, but there is actually like a self-discovery element to playing the dating simulator, and that makes me uncomfortable. That makes me uncomfortable because I don't know if I'm discovering what kind of raw, messy human being I am through fiction. I don't know if I can stand to have that birthing process of my own self be on a stream, but it's interesting and it brings me joy, so I will, so I do, so I will, so I do. There's what he's saying. I don't use the watch later. What if it automatically deleted the watch videos? But no, you have to do it manually. Then what's the point? I mean, the point is like you pick something. It's like you find something and then you pop it. It's a list and then you check it off the list. It's the same appeal as bubble wrap, bap bap, bubble wrap, bap 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 bap. There's I should love saying. Also, have you met the Date Everything Shelf? Yes, she's the most lesbian one, I think. I have seen images. I have seen that she is strong. Maybe the Thursday stream of Date Everything will be 8 or 9 hours. I'll see what number makes my ass want to quit, literally, because I'd be sitting in chairs. But yeah, I'm aiming for a 6. And there's Hijinks Arcade saying, yes, it is set in the old times and has the prejudices that would have existed. It does get into the experience of living and surviving as a queer person in that time. The survival makes it sweeter, right? I'm so full of hope as I as I wonder about stories that exist. I shall love saying, what time will you start streaming? I want to catch it so bad. If I'm there for as long as I can make it an entire day, then does that just make it likelier that you'll catch it because it's a whole entire chunk? I'm so curious to find out what I'm gonna be capable of. I guess I'm aiming for earlier than my regular stream time. However, every time I try to be early, I prove yet again that I am timing impaired, and I go a little bit late. Well, whatever happens, I will announce it in the Discord beforehand. It could be up to a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours earlier than this one started. Timing has been my enemy. I didn't think I was gonna go for the Catboy timepiece either, and so I took it upon myself to just watch the route. But then when I got to the end of the route of his I don't know, tight collared alter ego versus the Catboy, where I can't. It's so difficult for me to see the cute element of the Catboy when he opens his mouth. Wow, it just all I can see is a grown ass man being unemployed in your house, which, I mean, in the game of Date Everything, it shouldn't be a problem, because you as the protagonist are also in a similar state. But something about a human-looking person pretending to be a cat makes me so uncomfortable. Maybe it's the specific mode of cat, because I have liked cat boys. Yeah, that's been a thing that I've liked, but something is going wrong when I encounter it. Well, there's hijinks that Kate giving us the down low, saying Sam is both gay and a sex worker, which is how he met Cliff, although Cliff invites him on his journey more as muscle. They do obviously form a romance, and it's very cute. The places where connection can be found. There's Nerdburp saying, look at the drawings my sister made. It's a new drawing too. I added shading. Did you add shading? Indeed. I'm seeing in fact your usage of a little gradient up in here. Hello, meow. Now here is my favorite sort of cats to view. A very adorable little thing. I do believe that this could go on a t-shirt. Something about usage of a singular color is quite simple and quite straightforward. There's something saying, so you will stream at least 6 hours for the objects, but can't give us just 4 hours? Is it because we aren't as pretty? Are you that superficial? I'm so disappointed. Good. Yeah. I'm extremely weak to pretty people. I wish this weren't true about me, but they control my mind and sometimes my soul. I don't want this to be a part of the moral principles of who I am and what I do and what defines me. But it's just something that I notice about myself and try to resist sometimes. But for a dating simulator game, I'm not gonna try to resist, because that's the point of the game. I'm just gonna let them control me. I'm just gonna give in. This has been an extremely shallow part of who I am, and I'm not proud of it, but it keeps happening. Thank you. Okay, so, and there we go. There's the shading that is added. We're on this canvas. There's talk of Cliff the Stoat being an absolute sweetie. I liked the design of Cliff the Stoat as well. Oh my goodness. Art appreciation up in this canvas. You know what? I was straight up hurting. I was straight up in pain due to the 4 hours of sleep before I started this stream. When I gave the 10-minute notice in the Discord, it was to scarf down some food as well, because I hadn't eaten either. Apparently, I can do one or the other. I can either be a little bit sleep deprived or a little bit hungry. I cannot do both. You see the light start to leave my eyes in that kind of a situation. You see my connection to the mortal realm start to fade and grow weak. So I try not to do those, try not to do the two at once. There's Hijinks Arcade saying, also just saying that Smoke Room is much more explicit with this is Echo never had full nudity, but you get the full experience with Smoke Room. Oh my goodness. You truly get to let loose in the furry experience. That's... Once again, deeply, I think about the ways in which fiction allows you to explore your life. Everyone's life in general. It's this is on my mind because of Date Everything, but when you put a sentence like that before my eyes, I will connect it to the thing that I was just previously thinking about. And oh my, more things are happening on this canvas if I go over here. Oh, some cute ears are happening. Oh my, I do love to see it. There's somebody saying, that's why I don't want to do a face reveal. You would descend into madness. I'm like a cosmic horror creature, the holder of beauty, so beautiful and hot. Anyone sees me dies instantly. Oh my god. Oh my god. But what if it's like my time to go? What if it's my time to go? What if I've had a long life and I'm like, let me see something truly magnificent. Could you just show me your face and send my soul straight up into the heavens? Because does it sound like a bad way to go? There's some really bad ways to go out there. There's getting hit by a car, not so nice, not so good. There's getting eaten by a shark, not so nice, not so good. But seeing your beautiful face, imprinting you onto my retinas, well, isn't that so nice? Isn't that so good? Yes, it is. Answering my own question there. There's Hijinks Arcade saying, look outside, but it's just YouTube users standing outside. Crossover events happening right here, right now. You heard it first. The video game, Look Outside, and the Your Face. That's fiction of Never Outside. Oh, let's shed a little tear. I will never be able to see your face and also live the experience of acclaimed indie game. Indie? It is indie, right? Look Outside. Alright, what am I looking at? Not outside necessarily. I'm looking at hair to see how much of a Susie I complete in here. We really started orbiting. We really started orbiting up in here. Orbiting all this. Okay. What is hair made of? What do I want hair to be made of? I had all of this on a singular layer. Am I bonkers? Am I, as they say, cuckoo in the coconuts? Okay, go like this. What? What is this made of? It's like, okay. It's kind of like that. That makes it look like I'm giving whiskers to Susie. That's not really my intention. I thought that delineating things in a different color would help me out here. That is also not happening. It also... Okay, every time I go silent or also say another sentence, Date Everything is also, it's on my mind. So, and so that sort of leads into the urge to say a sentence that starts with also, and, as if it's connected to anything that was going on. It's not connected to anything that was going on. It's connected to the thought I was having, which was about Date Everything, which is in my head all the time. Alright, what am I thinking about? I check the settings to make sure they're all set. They are all set, and we are in the last, what is this? 16 minutes of a stream. I love this animation. I love this animation so much. I'm so sad that Inside Job got canceled. It was some of my favorite adult animation TV show. I feel like it was, I don't know, it's like a cousin of Rick and Morty, but if Rick and Morty had heart and tough woman main character. And the art style is nothing like that anime what's going on in there. But it's deeply appealing to me. Deeply appealing to me. Oh my goodness, the secrets have been spotted around here. Okay, what in the world was I trying to do? I'm trying to draw a picture. Wow. How much of a picture do I get to draw before I'm out of here? I started with some purple and some dark colors. I guess the thing when I look at this, the thing that bugs me the most is wondering if I can make the hair look how I wanted it to look. So let's go on and do that as I leave 57 thoughts unfinished. Okay, so it's like tufts. There's like tufts. That's what's happening in the 80s hair. And maybe you need the full-on triangles for that. I tried to map this out with just ordinary lines, but I don't quite know. Okay, well, the vibes as I go down this path are soothing, dare I say. Soothing it up. What else am I talking about, thinking about saying? Maybe that's it. I have the urge of an unfinished thought, but maybe that's the last of them. Maybe that's all that's in my head no more. That's all that there shall be. And I can simply rest. I can give Susie some very yellow eyes because that's what's going on here. Yes. How perfect. It quite fits with the pixels. And I do wonder when I am going to play Deltarune. I really thought it was going to be one of these weekends. But this weekend, gosh, I think I'm getting ready to... I think I'm practicing for a road trip. My mom is gonna have me drive on the interstate. I'm gonna be going 80 miles an hour. I've done so. I got to do so when I was on the road trip to my grandparents' house. Let's get even more saturation up in here. Why not? But this week, sometime this week, God knows when this week, I have to study and also play 6 to 8 hours of Tate Everything. I have to do it. And practice driving so I can be in a car. I know I got my license already. Yippee-ki-yay, dare I say. But, oh no. I don't know, I'm just, I still have the same life. I still have the same life after getting my license, wherein I'm just in the home. I'm just here. I don't have, appointments, places to go. I could schedule some in-person classes. I think I booked myself for this year, though, pretty much. I think I've booked pretty much everything. So it's going to be online for a bit, I think. What else am I thinking about? Finish your thoughts or there isn't dessert for you. But what if I don't finish the thought where there isn't dessert for me, and then there is dessert for me? Loophole, lawyering, hacks, speedrun, gamer strategy, etc. Hear me out here. I think I'm having a little dessert. Think I'm having a dessert. A dessert. Think I am. And there's Hijinks Arcade saying, how much do you know about New Deltarune? Because I've not played it yet, but I already know a bunch. I know that they want to see that television man pregnant. I could have started out with a different sentence. I could have started out with, I know there's something such as a weird root that's like a continuation of Snowgrave, which I don't actually know about Snowgrave. That's been out for a long time, and I didn't watch other people's playthroughs like I did with Undertale. On Undertale, I wanted to know how everyone reacted to every emotional moment of Undertale, every individual little bit. But when it came to Deltarune, I just played it through once on a stream and then didn't, I don't know, find time to interact with the fandom. So anyway, I know there's a weird root in the new Deltarunes, and I know that there's Noelle has a mother. Does Noelle have a mother? Oh, and maybe also a sister, and Asriel is a scaly. And then my girlfriend told me that the latest 2 chapters of Deltarune, more so than the first 2, recapture that sort of, I don't know, Undertale warmth and exploration. So I hope that's quite true. I hope that there's some common thread in there, although it's certainly unfair to go into Deltarune with the expectation that it's going to be not like Undertale, but like my memories of experiencing Undertale when I was younger. No, that's a tall ask for anything. It's so difficult, but they deserve to be viewed on their own separate terms as two separate things. There's anything. I haven't seen a single screenshot. I haven't read a single word from the Deltarune, and I only know that this chapters 3 and 4. You're saying don't spoil me. Now I know the TV man gets pregnant. This is how I find out spoilers about everything. That and YouTube thumbnails of Date Everything, where they don't consider where information is a spoiler or not. Oh god. I know which characters turn into a twink now. And I thought I had been spoiled from fan art. I wasn't spoiled from fan art. The fan art was only vaguely accurate. There were heavier spoilers to be delivered to me involuntarily just by scrolling through YouTube. I wasn't even seeing anything related. I wasn't even doing anything related. My god. Alright, so you're saying, that seems like a big spoiler. I hope you're happy. Do you know much about Susie and Noelle? I'm scared for Susie and Ralphie. I'm scared for this one. I have the sense not to say. Other than, like, I can say all day and night, every day of the week, that they want to get that TV man pregnant. I can say that, but I have the awareness, even on 4.5 hours of sleep, to know that something concerning is abound with Susie, and then if you take her down the wrong route, I suppose Noelle as well. I don't know the details, and I don't know how it'll hit me personally, but I suppose I have dread. I suppose I have trepidation. Kind of like that. And I think I want to draw some eye details, even if I won't get to finish everything here. And what goes into making an eye here? There's some kind of an eyelid. Let's get this on. There's I can't say I more meant their relationship sort of thing, but I won't say anything more than right. I don't know if I've been spoiled on much specifically. I shall not try to spoil anything for you, but yeah, I guess I've gotten more impressions of dire adventures happening, more impressions of that than I have of going on a little meet cute date. The things that we hope for these crazy kids, as it were. Alright, so here is a little bit more of an eyelid, because this feels like it fits the I have to okay, how do I why am I turning you into like a really old man? That's not what I was trying to do. It's the amount of detail that I'm giving to your face, isn't it? all of Don Bluth dinosaurs have a little bit of a really old man in them because that's what Don Bluth was. So they're saying, from all the places to get spoilers from, I get them from a parasocial friend who haven't even played the game. That's just the thing. That's just the thing. I've been spitting out vibes. I've been spitting out vague impressions, if you hear me. And so I don't know. I hope you don't hear me if a vague impression is a type of spoiler, because then I would be just simply sorry for having spoiled you on it. All right. Are your eyes a bigger proportion of your face and closer together? They are. Oh my God. Okay. So we keep going. We keep going. We want to go this. What do I have to do to get rid of the air quotes on the friend? Not to be clingy on you. Not to be the opposite of a dairy. The Japanese term. Not to be the opposite of that on ya, but. But okay, I was having a thought about friendship and being friends, but then I made the eyes like a lot bigger on this thing, and this is really funny to me. Oh my God, that's really silly. Anyway, is that the size that I want on eyes? At least it's the size that I want on eyes. Alright, and we just sort of situate those back in the skull where they belong. Okay. Yeah, well, what thoughts was I having about friendship? I don't know anymore. I guess just that I have so much love to give to all my buddies. Oh yeah. Me when I have so much love to give on my buddies. Okay, there's Hijinks Arcade saying, should I put your mind at ease and say that what I'm thinking of isn't anything bad? Okay, I sure hope there's signs of a nothing bad in there. I probably already read this, didn't I? There's something saying, to get rid of the quotes, you have to know my social number. That's what differentiates a friendship from a friendship. Fine. That's too much responsibility for me just to know what I'm assuming is your social security number. I mean, if it's just your normal social number, that's a phone number. I can know people's phone numbers, and then they are my friends. I've been asking for phone numbers out in the world, and by out in the world and been doing it, I mean back in March, I asked for phone numbers. Nevertheless, I did that, and the social security number is too much responsibility, but to texting and being buddies, I can understand that delineation on being friends. What if I go to sleep right after this? What if I hit the end stream button and my face collapses on the smooth glass of my drawing tablet, all greased up and unshowered, and I just sort of rest there, becoming more angular in the face for a while, and there's some nerd happenings. What's happening? You drew a carrot and a strawberry in the drawing that's made for me and my sister. Oh my gosh. Hello, carrot and strawberry. Hello. Whoa. In the last 3 minutes of the stream, on shuffle for the first time in months? ? Dare I say, is this months? Hello. I feel so lucky right now, right as I view this lovely strawberry. Get it? Well, I hope that you shall be allies of siblings to the end. That's what I shall be with my sibling. Allies to strengthen each other. This I hope for you when I see your carrot and strawberry drawing. Very excellent, very lovely. Fishy, 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 fish, fish. That's the only thing that you wish. And so oh my gosh, I'm getting demoted to friend right as the blessing happens. Can the blessing save me from demotion? You better go take a break because you're only a snake eater snake. Let's put a individual little heart on each of these little produce things. They are in the Susie colors, and here I am appreciating the artisanalness and apparently lagging when I say things. I want a friend status for the rest of the day. Yay! I'm happy on it. Woohoo! It does the blessing impart a little friendship on the everyone, or shall it be sort of a targeted beam attack? You know what? I'm actually afraid to ask. What if I didn't even ask? Both the power of the fresh blessing. Indeed, what a lovely time. We're coming up on that 2-hour mark. I am still sort of absorbed. I'm still absorbed in trying to put together Don Bluth old animation style Susie. Okay, we're gonna want to separate these lines, delineate these lines. It's tough for me to tell what is versus is not covered by the hair. Well, I tried to make that a little angular. Well, hello again to River. Has this been a meal? Has this been a meal? As you can see, I don't know if I'm terribly far on putting this Susie together. But I'm having a good time with it. Try to make a snarling sort of... Oh my goodness. Have you recharged your usage of the secret phrase? I do admire such a thing happening. And it's... I was going to try rhyming things with phrase for a while, but I don't know if it's the sleep deprivation, but I couldn't think of a new one. Today in particular. I should eat something minty after this. I should find something that tastes exactly like toothpaste, and I should put that in my mouth. Something kind of minty, something kind of crunchy. But I don't know what in my house is minty and crunchy unless I try out some toothpaste on me. Meth. The Souvenir Albuquerque rock candy Breaking Bad crystal meth. There's still some of that in my house. That is the exact thing I was craving right now. I'm craving because it's sugar. It's sugar. It's just pure sugar. But, I do wonder what can happen. Oh my goodness. Compliments on the arts have happened? My goodness. I'm quite grateful to see such a thing. There's a supportive artist environment happening here. I am very happy. And what do we do with this? Put a little bit more of this. And River declaring that you're full, so you have to walk 5K. Well, that's the way to do it, truly. That's the way to do it, truly. Everyone should be walking more. Not because of any relationship to eating necessarily, I will say, but because, and as being sat here, I hate to say this, but walking is the natural state of a human. Not sitting, not standing, not lying down. Walking. Specifically walking. I'm saying this with a lot of conviction, and that's probably the sleep deprivation. I can't blame everything on the sleep deprivation, but I'll blame this one. Yeah, why not? I just really think that's how our bodies want to be. I think it eliminates health risks. I sound like a pseudoscience right now. I sound like a god. Okay, and I'm also making Susie into the Joker. This is not my intention. I don't mean for you to be the Joker. I don't mean for you to be the Jonker. Oh my god. I have to reinstall your teeth. Okay. 5K. Babungle said again. How much money did you spend on that bunch of sugar with food dye? Hey? It's not just sugar and food dye. They added a little bit of peppermint flavoring just for the hell of it. It's really nuts though. They are selling it for $2 a bag. My dad I got 3 of them, and it's very not worth it because it is just sugar, and it's what can I put to show how much of it there is? It's like that much. This, okay, maybe even less. It's like that much sugar in rock candy form, but oh my gosh. You gotta watch my dad when you take him to tourist locations for things that he's a fan of. And when I say you, I do mean literally you and not me, because I'm not gonna watch my dad if we're both into the same thing. If we're both into the musical Hamilton or the show Breaking Bad, I'm not gonna be the stoppage of money. I'm not gonna be the stoppage of spending. Apparently, I'm just gonna be like, well, father, YOLO, since you're asking me, YOLO, father, every time. And, I got philosophical. When did I do that? I've just been going out here. What color is Susie Teeth? It's, I want to say yellow, right? Also, this method of coloring really reminds me why I do not usually get to like a good level of detail. I am so happy with this drawing, and I cannot wait to draw her 3 or 4 other band members. I'm so happy with this. I've been wanting to draw this character for years, and I finally did like a proper, almost kind of a reference sheet. Okay, it cuts off at the legs, but it's still pretty close. I was so hung up on the style for ages. Anyway, that was an example of what I like as some decent coloring that I'm happy with. But I've been coloring things not in that style for a very long time. I've been doing this weird business, this first instinct business that I'm unleashing here with this attempt at a drawing of a Susie, where I just block in some colors. I don't think this gets me very far at all. I think it always looks a little bizarre, and I don't know why I keep trying to do this. I do not know why. I really completely need a finished, solid sketch. I need some line art, and I need the line art to look good before I start committing to colors. So why do I do this every single time try to do some lineless art? Something is in my head. So there's River saying, I gotta prepare now. Love you guys. Play Deltarune and Date Everything. I forgot to ask if you were playing Date Everything. There's asking about the country music. I don't know. Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2. There's like you saying all music is country music because all music has been made in some country. This seems valid. $2. You can make it at home for at least $1.99. I can't argue with that. I don't know the math of it. And so I can't argue with it. Yeah, this I guess this ends with a reflection on my coloring techniques. And put that one back down. I'm just gonna look at the eyes. I think I could do that for a while, only finish the eyes on a character and leave the rest of it as a sketch, because I tried to put down a sort of a skin tone for Susie girl up in here. That was going poorly. Wow, so poorly. What else did I want to put in here? I think I shall exit, since I'm not really getting quite as far as I wanted to get with all of this hair and business like that. The 80s hair has very round shapes, and then a lot of I want to say like sticks of hair are happening. Ooh, okay. Maybe that's the final finishing touch before I'm out of here. Okay, that starts to feel like Susie. Okay, yeah. Having a little bit of satisfaction happening in my life. Because, I don't know, there's various stages of the hair, specifically the hair bugging me, where it does not feel Suze-ish. But I feel as though this is sort of getting there. Huh. Okay. I wonder if I got farther away, but we were definitely Sue's adjacent for a second. Sort of Susie on it. I don't know. Don't forget some of this, some of that. And this overall shape. Yeah, you're just totally rocking out. Kind of thing. There's Susie saying, you can make that your art style, just drawing eyes. All your OC's just a bunch of nice fan art, all just eyes. I think I'm finally reaching a point in the what is my art style deliberation. For this one, I did pick some things that were easiest for me to do and committed to them. And so I guess I'm gonna be doing that more. But like, I don't want to lock myself out of drawing other people's styles. Why would I do that? So I guess I'll just continue studying other people's styles, being a chameleon of art styles when I can. I approached this journey of trying to find an art style as if I would come out with something gorgeous pouring out of my hand. Not only gorgeous, but consistent, recognizable, brandable, marketable, plushable, whatever. I thought that's where I was going when I wanted an art style, wanted a signature. Maybe I can't though. Maybe all that's left to do is just keep drawing things you're obsessed with until the sun burns out. There's Nerdbub saying, my art style is art style. See, that feels like a confident kind of statement that I also wish that I could say out loud confidently about my own stuff, you know. There's Hijinks Arcade saying, but yeah, between Look Outside Smoke Room and showing Nana Miramasa and recording some serious Sam Next Encounter for a new playthrough, I have not had time for Deltarune. I mean, hey, it's gonna be there when it beats there. When it beats there? Guess that's what I can say about that now. Guess that's what it is. And there's saying Deltarune has become very intimidating to me. Don't tell anyone I said this, but same. And there's Lizzie saying, this is so pretty, you have a cool style when you finish things. I look at the finished artwork and I'm full of power. Which is what I say when I try to read your comment and say thank you. I am now full of power. They're saying my art style is not good. I don't know. I do genuinely think that you're onto something if you stick to like one sort of a bright color and then this like in the middle of a blank canvas. It really makes me think you could put it on a t-shirt. And maybe it's a specific style I'm thinking of. Never stop learning, never stop growing, never stop finding out what makes you happy with your art. but I guess don't put it down too much either is my positive message of the day. And every day, because I've said that before. There's Hijinks Arcade says, feels like something I need to be ready for. I'm really worried that I'm gonna I don't know, hype myself up too much about Deltarune or have some kind of weird expectation or feel some kind of weird pressure about it. I should totally replay it from the start, shouldn't I? I said as if I didn't just say to myself I shouldn't create pressure. There's the sayings, the drawing, and I drew the carrot and the strawberry, not the cat, dog, and the bunny. Okay. Then I'm misfiring some compliments out here. Nevertheless, I think they go well together. This bunny, this strawberry, and the thingy. I think that they are buddies. And then there's, I think I can't say it's because it took so long to come out. And indeed, I shall view the sands, view the Maborowski, view a little bit of a Susie, and I shall head out of here. I think this has been a late stream and a long goodbye, but that's what that's the kind of a joyful thing that life is for, perhaps. Wow. Okay, I think I did get the vibes of the hair that feel kind of right for Susie is in the 80s, is in the anime, is in the... This makes sense somehow. It felt right. It feels right to me. So we have a big eyebrow. That's the final touch before I can leave this stream. big eyebrow. What kind of eyebrows were being handed out in the 80s? Wow, okay. Just because. Okay, I know that I drew a skull. I know that I drew your head, but maybe your eyebrows are just like attached to your hair. I don't know. Okay, with a little bit more thinking, I could think this through. Huh. Well, it feels slightly more soothed. Also, is the stuff on top of the eye in the pixel sprite, is it an eyelash or something? I cannot tell. You already have hair, so there could be an eyelash. It doesn't, I don't know either way. I just know that there's incredible amounts of swag. Incredible amounts of swag. And then they're saying, Charo doing an art critique. I think they're buddies. Sometimes that's what I think. Sometimes that's what I think, okay? There's Hijinks Arcade saying, and Deltarune is something that I really like. There's just been a lot of build-up, I guess. Also wondering, but did you see those Tumblr links? Oh, did I see those Tumblr links? Sure, I mean, before we get out of here, let's look at Weird Girl Yuri. I always trust ya. Always trust ya to open up the safe links. There's a little bit of comics all together, huh? Wow. Okay. The characters can flirt. The characters can flirt indeed. How excellent. Things that we see before we end the stream. Things that we see before we end the stream. You drew a lettuce. Oh, I'm looking at faces. Wow, it seems a little bit uncomfortable, I would guess, to have your eyeballs poking out from your mouth hole. That seems uncomfortable to me, but perhaps one would get used to that. Oh, crap! Whoa. Okay. Yeah, there's a first kiss in the horror world. There's a first kiss in the horror world. I mean, isn't kissing a little bit horrifying to begin with? Wow, hot damn, that's a visual. Hot damn, that's a visual. I'm gonna listen to anime music, think happy thoughts, wonder about Susie and OCs and drawing pictures. Thank you guys very much for catching this stream and for drawing with me, for scribbling around here with me. And I shall see you on Thursday for gamer time, in a state of uncertainty about my schedule, because the week after this one I am going on a road trip and I don't know when that is except for the last half of the week, so something's gonna happen there. But see you later. Thanks for being here.